We're off. Hey, it's Evan from Favoriteville, and I have an audience with the great Tiger Sasha. It's real cool to sit here in this place where we really got to know each other. Sasha worked for us at Smoke and Barrel for such a long time, such a great bartender, that to get to be back here after all the stuff that we've been through and the new project and the new mural is super cool. So, hey dude.
What's up?
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Tired, but
Yeah, you're working a lot.
just working.
All the time.
Trying to stay busy.
This mural, I wanted also to showcase a little bit of the Nick Shoulders mural here at Smoke and Barrel because I wanted to talk about, because it's also magnificent. You need to come and check it out. And I want to talk about art because thankfully Fayetteville has so many great examples of good public art and so many people who are making good public art. And we've done this project together that we want to talk to you about and unveil as we can really capture it, because it's a really complicated, it's more than just a wall. But I wanted to start with, I know a lot of your stories. I know a lot of your background, but I don't know your origin story. Like, I want to know that moment where you said, I want to do this.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I mean, like most people know, I'm a Russian immigrant. Moved to the States in '96. I moved to Fayetteville at the end of 2012, and that was kind of a shot in the dark. Kind of just needed a change. Grew up in Jonesboro, not a very exciting place.
Yeah.
So I moved to Fayetteville because it just seemed like a better place. I knew a couple people, and just kind of start fresh. And after a couple years, I just had a couple random jobs. I got lucky and went to a gym, and they let me do one little like wall piece for them.
Yeah.
And then after that, the owner really wanted me to just like kind of go crazy. So it was super fun. It was like my own like personal playground in the middle of Fayetteville, underground, where I just got to spray paint whatever I wanted in this gym.
Trash going out.
Yeah.
Right by the dumpster, y'all. So what experience had you had spray painting at all, or like that kind of medium at all?
I did a little bit of spray painting in Jonesboro, just kind of messing around, but the gym was really the catalyst that kind of helped me explore it a bit more and just kind of have the freedom without worrying, if I'm going to get arrested or not.
Yeah.
So.
and that also marks, I think, the beginning of when not only are those things acceptable, but those things are seen as like the way to decorate a space in a new way, and it gives you someplace safe to express that.
Yeah, and it was cool because it's kind of like especially at the time, it was a very niche kind of thing.
Yeah. But not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely picked up. I had always kept up with street art and stuff since like 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
And, kind of slowly decided to start doing this here. But mainly with like some help from Matt Miller. He's a Jonesboro cat. Right. And I went to high school with his little brother. So we linked up when I moved up, and that was between the gym and a project we did for the Art Center of the Ozarks. That was really kind of like the big catalyst that kind of helped me get a lot more comfortable with spray paint and just kind of get my name out there.
That's awesome. So Fayetteville was approached by Chartwell's recently, and they had asked about doing their own take on the phrase. And as soon as we suggested, I guess, is the apartment building, it's up with the Sterling?
Academy at Frisco.
Yeah, the Academy at Frisco. Is that your most public piece in Fayetteville? I guess just far as like the most eyes you think actually see it every day.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most, just because it's such a a busy street.
Right. Such a prominent location.
Yeah. And that was like a dream come true. I used to live next to it, and would walk to and fro coming to work here and going back to my apartment. I'd walk past it, I'm like, man, this would look great if we got painted. And then a couple years later, we got painted.
So when I directed Chartwell's, that was Sasha's work, they were immediately on board and ended up giving us an entire stairwell that's in what used to be Bruff. It's called something else now. We're not really too up on the campus building names, but they gave us an entire stairwell to paint, and so it was such a cool execution. But I want to start by asking about, like, we gave you, besides the phrase, like, I wanted you to come up with it completely on your own. So, like, where did the idea come from? Where did the inspiration come from?
I spoke with Chartwells a little bit about some things, but they were also very open to just my interpretation of everything. And it's a commons area, so food's obviously involved. So I decided to kind of do my own little spin on all that. We have the farmers market and fresh produce all the time. My girlfriend Gracie, she's always farming at the house, so I've been around a lot of fresh vegetables.
Yeah.
So I just kind of took a lot of that and just kind of interpreted that with my own little imagination to fit this very obscure space.
Nice. So we've posted some pictures of that as the process is going on, but expect this video to be followed by a ton more documentation of it, and soon enough we're going to be getting it where you can buy it too. But a stairwell, is this your first stairwell? Like, what special challenges did you find in actually like doing the work?
The biggest challenge was its verticality. It was so tall, and then like the staircases themselves. So it's nothing but setting up super sketchy scaffolding and having somebody constantly holding it and making sure that I could do it. So it's just like working little segments at a time on weird scaffolding and like double stacking them, and also with like ventilation and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like just taking such a space that changes so many dimensions from like being, you can see it when you're up at the top level, but it also wrapping around and then going to the bottom, just kind of creating a linear pathway for design work to like encompass that kind of path is a bit of a challenge. And
the execution was, I mean, it was. I'm biased, right? But like, it's amazing. But like, there's a fluidity to it that you find in your work that, in this case, like, kind of coaxes you through to not only just go down the stairs and out, but like to be part of this all the way out and around. It really like comfortably moves you through it.
I think I like creating some sort of movement in most of my works.
Right.
I think it just gives it a bit more of an organic nature, especially with public work. It's usually in such a odd location or just something you wouldn't expect. So like making it stand out, but while also like it seemingly like almost fit into location.
Yeah. So one of the things that I like about this mural, this work of yours, is that it is like some of my favorites, that there's a lot of secret Sashas in Fayetteville, where chances are, unless you're part of a specific group or in a specific building or or really looking for it, you're never going to see it, or it's going to be super difficult to see. So I wanted to ask about some of your favorite secret Sashas. I was going to say, like, two of mine would be the Be Unlimited one that you've got down there, and on the Be Unlimited building, and then under O&F there was a CrossFit gym. Is that what that was? And
where it started all.
And and it's that. Hopefully the folks down there are truly appreciating the work, that because like there, I remember the Mega Man
Yeah.
There's a massive. I mean, that thing had to have been 10 feet tall.
Oh no, it was like 20.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was like a weird. My brother was painting that location with me because
It's. I mean, you covered so much.
Oh yeah,
space.
they just wanted it all to look like New York in the 90s.
Oh
and
my God.
So I hit him up. I was like, hey, I got a bunch of spray paint. Let's do this. And then Tulloch ended up using a bunch of paint, and I had like 4 shades of blue left. So I was like, well, Mega Man's 4 shades of blue.
What are some of the what are some of the ones that stand? Because like what are some of the ones from there that I don't remember? Like Mega Man's what really sticks in my memory.
Yeah,
what are
there
some
was
of the other ones?
one of my favorites was I did. Rest in peace, MF Doom. But I did a tribute piece just because I've been a big fan of his music for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a weird concept of me mixing together all of his aliases, like Victor Vaughn, the Vaudeville Villain, and Metal Face, and King Ghidorah, and it was also a semi-collaborative piece with another artist who did focused more on pattern work, and so I did he printed out these halftones with triangles and stuff instead of just dots, and so we shaded everything with triangle halftones. So it was a real fun, weird
And that's
long
down there?
piece. And that's down there, yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know if I think it's down there. It should still be, only unless they tore that little wall down, but
Yeah. So, what are some of your secret, Sasha? What are some of the ones that you're proud of that don't get seen as often?
one of my favorite ones that I'm pretty sure got painted over was a pair of bathrooms my brother and I did in Miami. Which was the precursor to where the bubbles are now.
Whoa.
That was 2014
Oh man.
at Art Basel, and then Brewski's is kind of a secret, Sasha, almost depending on which crowd you're in.
Right.
Some people go to Brewski's, some people don't go to Brewski's.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. That was a fun little awkward piece to do, just because it flows in a L shape.
Good use of the space.
Yeah, that was challenging, but trying to keep that bar theme, but my stuff.
Yeah.
Another secret Sasha. There's one at Fable doesn't have too many. Most of the Fable ones are either in businesses. Like Wasabi is a real favorite one of mine.
Yeah.
Along with Ginger. Ginger was a great one. But they're just kind of scattered all across NWA.
So one of the things that I'm trying to ask in these videos is what's something, doesn't have to be art related, but what's something that makes this your favorite film? What this place? What's something, maybe it doesn't have to be secret, it can be widely known, but just something that really locks in this place as your favorite film?
I mean, Fayetteville NWA as a whole is my favorite film. It's a location that enabled me to pursue something that I never thought would actually be feasible.
Yeah.
And opened up a lot of opportunities for me. I've got to meet a lot of incredible people and work for a lot of incredible people. If I was still in Jonesboro, I don't think I would have ever been a clothing store owner, or maybe would have been a bartender.
We didn't even talk about the clothing store. There's so much. There's gonna be a part 2.
Let alone an artist, especially a traveling artist. It's just been really cool, and it's the most fun thing. Going to places like Chicago or Kansas City or something, and people ask, "Oh, where are you from?" Arkansas. And they're like, "What?"
Hell yeah.
It's and I just say NWA, because I lived in Fayetteville and I live in Springdale now, and
we have so much.
The whole NWA circle is my favorite film.
Totally. That's awesome. Where can people find your stuff, to follow your work, to buy your stuff? Where's that?
Let's see. Biggest place is just Instagram at Tiger Sasha. It's all one word. I'm on YouTube. I'm working on releasing a bunch of videos. I have 5 murals I haven't edited yet. This is one of them.
Yeah.
And along with TigerSasha.com, website's currently down. It's getting reworked, so I'm hoping to have some merchandise available for purchase come this holiday season.
Do you at least have the Pardon Our Dust notice up on the website.
Yeah.
Like you got to have.
Yeah, it's been under construction for about 2 years.
There you go. There you go. Any day now. And speaking of something long in construction, but now available, favoriteville.com. You can find all of our images so far, and then keep an eye out because there's going to be a new one coming from this dude. And we're on all the social medias as Favoritville. You can find us there too, because we're doing this kind of stuff. You see this face a lot. Thank you very much, dude. Like, I really appreciate it.
It's a super fun project. It's something, we've both been loosely talking about working together for since I started working here.
Like and we have been circling this for a decade. It feels like, and then
it's been at least 6 years, 6 or 7 years for sure.
Well, because you did that. You did that Smoke and Barrel 7th anniversary, and it's about to be year 13.
Yeah.
Here,
yeah.
so like
I was already working for you guys. For like a year before that.
So like we've been talking about this, and then it happened just like that. So like also a shout out to Mackenzie from Charwells, who reached out and really helped facilitate this. We got it done so fast. They were so amazing dealing with they were so good to us, both of us. And shout out to Jeremy for being like a really cool dude and an assistant to Sasha during this whole thing.
Yeah, really came in out of the blue, helped me out a whole bunch, kept me safe from falling off the scaffolding.
Yeah,
it was a
big help.
A+.
Keeping this dude. Thank you very much. Keep an eye out here. We're going to be doing more of these. If there's somebody or some place that is your Favoritville, let me know and I'll film a video there if I don't get kicked out. So, love you guys. We'll see you on Favoritville.com.